Okay, so I am doing a live stream. I don't. This is a spontaneous live stream, and I am doing this because I can. Number one, and I am doing this because there are people out there that do not understand the free market. Okay, so I am here to address people's comments that I have found on our website, and I'm in regards to a certain individual that posted on our fan page. And you can go to the fan page on ProTinkerToys fan page. And I don't want it deleted. I don't want to ever have a comment deleted. Okay, because that is part of the free comments. Now, somebody said that they deleted his other post, which is Robert Fish. Okay, now I don't want anybody to have any uh, malice toward Robert Fish. I don't want anybody to be upset with him because I'm not. I'm not upset at all. But what I find funny is Robert Fish lives in a country called Canada that is basically a socialist country. Okay. Now, socialism means the real definition of socialism is you're going to take from other people and you're going to give it to other people. You're going to spread it around. Okay. And whenever that is tried, it usually means that things are either more expensive or or fewer. Or, like, for example, socialized medicine. Socialized medicine, no matter where it's tried, fails. Okay. And they're trying in America right now, and it is a failure. When you give somebody something for nothing, you get nothing. You get garbage. Okay. So Robert Fish, and I'm going to name him by name because yes, he basically stated that and I'm trying to find the post that he posted about me buying these love sets. Okay, because there are no loves in Canada. Robert Fish and some other people are all upset because I go and I buy out, which I do not buy out. I usually leave 2 sets in the store. Now, on the display units, yes, I bought all of them because it's my right as an American to buy as many of them as I want. I can go into every love because we live in America, the most prosperous capitalist country in the world. Now, it goes through times where we have socialists and Marxists come in and they want to try to tinker with America. But America was founded on pure capitalism. And people in Canada, because they vote a certain way. Now, I'm not judging him, Robert Fish. I'm not judging that he didn't vote for Trudeau, but if he voted for the socialist Trudeau, which is really a communist, okay, you are getting what you deserve. I get tired of hearing the crap about how that, uh, people live in Chicago. You keep voting these idiots into office, and you keep doing this. Like in Canada, everything costs 5 times what it should cost in Canada because they believe this global warming crap, and it doesn't exist. Let me make this very clear to people, okay? So you have no doubt in your mind what I believe. Global warming is the biggest crock of a lie that's ever been spoken of. It's a way to fleece you of your money. Okay. Now, you can believe it all you want, but don't come crying to me because your costs are 5 times because you have this quote, what do you call it? carbon tax. Do you realize that we breathe, we exhale carbon? Do you know that trees need carbon to grow? And to label carbon as a pollutant, you literally have to have your mind up your you know what. Now, am I upset? No, I mean I will get mad at Robert Fish, but do I have any malice? No, I don't have any malice. Robert Fish, this is the way he believes. One of these days, he might wake up and say, you know what? Maybe this is not my problem. Maybe it is the government's problem, because your Canadian government has screwed the Canadian people so bad, they think it's okay to give drug addicts drugs so they can die from taking drugs. Now, if you think that's okay, you've got serious issues, okay? I will buy every love set I can get my hands on if there is a demand. Now, there are lots of people. Yeah, so Matt Henry, we did the numbers. So there's about 650 love stores around the country. I visited 4 of them, and we figured out that's about 4%. It's, you know what it is? I really truly believe that a lot of people, they are upset with me about what my success. People just don't, and that's why they don't like Trump. They don't like people with success. They literally like to tear people down because of their success. I am buying love sets because not everybody. There are like, I think Matt Henry said there's like 20 stores around the country that, or states that, or 10 or 15 states that don't have any loves. Well, what about those people? Where are they going to get their love sets? Well, you know what? If they want to get in their car, they can drive to a love station. Maybe they're going to have to spend two tanks of gas to get there. So that's going to be $50 to maybe $100. Maybe they might have to spend the night. That's another $100. Now, the only reason, I wish somebody would send me the link to his comments, Robert Fish's comments, so I can read this to the people on the live stream. I had it on my Facebook page, but for some reason, it got, I lost it. I don't have the comments that, oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so Robert Fish writes this email. Now, listen, I understand. Maybe Robert Fish wants me to read this, so he feels important, and that's fine. I don't really care, okay? The guy is all alone in his house. His kids constantly take money from him. You know, what does he have? Okay. He started watching us because I was the only one talking. I was reading his emails every day. Okay, so this is Robert Fish's. I'm going to read this verbatim, and I'm going to read it very slowly. So I'm not going to read any comments until I'm done reading this. So I hope everybody's ready for a shocker, okay? Because I'm going to read this, and I'm going to comment every line, okay? I fully expect that this article will be removed from the PTT fan page on Facebook, as was the last article that I posted on, which was so critical of ProTinkerToy business practice, okay? First of all, this is never going to be deleted. I don't want this ever to be deleted. I want this to stay there right now. My business practice, okay? So let's define business. So he thinks my business practices are illegal, I guess. So here he is again. Brian with an I, then he goes with a Y, is helping to promote slot cars by purchasing as many of the latest love sets and the new exclusive love cars as he can. As usual, Brian's justification, this is it. Brian's justification is the same as before: to make these products available to customers who don't have the loves in their vicinity. He still refuses to acknowledge that by doing this, this is exactly what a socialist believes. This is exactly what they believe. By doing this, he's actually making the product unavailable at that location that he visits, loves customers who may have a store in their vicinity will become the ones who have no product in their vicinity because Brian and the other individual who are guilty of the same hoarding. I'm telling you, these people, he's upset because he can't get a set in Canada, you know? So you know what I'm going to do? Because oh dear Lord, help me please. I'm going to send him a love set absolutely free. I am going to send him an absolute free love set. Okay. Now, I don't care what he can do with it. He can take it out and do a video of him destroying it. I don't care what he does with it. Okay. Fruity knowledge that unavailable love stores been in the city of Brian, those individuals who are guilty of the same hoarding. I am not even going to bother mentioning the markup aspect. See, this is exactly the problem with these socialists. They literally live in a delusional world. Yes, I'm upset. Okay, let me make this very clear. Yes, I'm upset because they are clueless of the economics of it all. They live in a socialist country of Canada. Okay, they've literally taken everything away from them. I know 90% of Canadians come to America for their medical conditions because there are so many wait lines to get service in Canada. Your gas is 5 times higher. Your dollar's never as high as in America because you're still under the socialist umbrella. And until you get out of that umbrella, you're going to be a poor country. And this is what I mentioned too. I am very hot right now. Now, am I going to get calmed down? Yes, I'm going to calm down. I'm not reading any of the messages right now. So you can write all these messages. I'm not reading them right now. Okay. I am venting right now. There's one thing that I noticed. Okay. Let me finish this letter. Hoarding. I am not going to bother mentioning the markup aspect of it. In Brian's mind, the fact that PTT is a business allows him to rationalize, oh my gosh, rationalize that it's a normal, correct, and appropriate behavior. And yes, Brian, if you don't like it, I can take my business elsewhere. But I feel obligated to speak my mind as long as freedom of speech is possible. Oh, you can say whatever you want, but that doesn't mean what you say is correct. That's exactly what a communist would say. That's exactly what happened with communism in Russia in the 1990s. And that's why when communism took over, you basically had one size of underwear, one size of bras. You had hardly any choice. Go to Canada or go to Cuba right now and try to find any groceries. You can't because there's nothing in the grocery stores. But I feel obligated to speak my mind as long as freedom of speech is possible. Oh, you can say whatever you want. But you know what? If you're saying that's not true or not correct, I'm going to call you on it. Price gouging, he calls it price gouging, is a term that refers to the price of increasing and gossip. This is exactly what a communist and a socialist would think. This Robert Fish is showing his true colors, okay? Because if Robert Fish says that he's really a conservative, I think, maybe not, maybe he's a socialist, maybe he's a liberal, okay? To a level higher than the considered reasonable faith by some. Who is by some? By the communist, okay? I am basically buying something in America, okay, that is a product that's available at the Love Store. I am buying them. I spent all day Friday driving around finding them, okay? I brought them back, and yes, I'm selling them to a profit because I've got lights to pay. I've got insurance to pay. I've got employees to pay. I've got tape, boxes, shipping costs to pay. I've got everything that has to do with running a business. That's called small business. But the problem with a lot of, all right, hold on a second. I'm going to take my teeth out because I'm screaming too much. A lot of people that have never had a business, okay, think they know how businesses run. And they don't understand there's a profit in business. And you have to make a margin to stay in business. But a lot of these socialists, especially these Canadians, okay, not all Canadians, because I guess Timothy Gizik has stood up for me today saying, hey, that's just the way it is. But I don't know what's got into Robert Fish's crawl. Okay. Now, I don't have any anger against Robert Fish. I'm not mad at him at all. I don't have any anger toward him. This is just business. Okay. Am I gonna be upset with him? No, I don't. This is just the way it is. This is just the way it is. But I think people have to understand. So that's basically Robert Fish. Okay. That's basically Robert. I don't want that email taken down. I don't want it ever taken down. I want it to be there so people can read what people. I tell you, people like to just be negative. There are a lot of, matter of fact, one of the ladies, there's a lady that, my favorite lady that lives in near Madison, she was at Love Store and she saw some more. She's going to bring me more inventory. You know what it is? This is the problem that we have in a society is that you've got Canada, okay, that has been literally run into the ground by socialists. Trudeau is a communist, okay? The guy believes in communist philosophy. He believes that the government is all powerful. He believes the government should be in control of everything, okay? And that's the worst form of government. Listen, I might lose a lot of customers today, okay? And you know what? If you want to leave, I totally understand, okay? But I would lay down my back for you if you needed something, okay? I will do whatever I can to make my customers happy, okay? But you know one thing I'm not going to sacrifice is my moral and integrity, okay? And if you think that I'm price gouging because I'm selling these sets for $149, all right? That's your problem, not mine. I do not lose any sleep at all because I know that I am paying a wage for my son to work. I did have another son that he's got his own mattress place. He is providing. I am providing income for my son Daniel, for his two twins, and everything he needs to live happily here in Wayne. Okay, and then Mac Henry has a job so he can drive to work. I am providing a service. And a lot of people don't understand capitalism. They don't understand that you have to make a profit so that you can then provide incomes to other people. They don't want to believe that. They think communism and socialism is the greatest thing since sliced eggs. But you know what? Communism and socialism have not solved any problems. It's caused more problems. There are more people in poverty under communism and socialism than any other form of government. And I get sick and tired of having to defend socialism or capitalism because these communists and Marxists think, oh, you're grouchy prices. Oh, you bought all these iWheels. Oh, you're just a capitalist. You're a mean person. You know what? I don't really care. Okay? I don't care because 90% of the people understand exactly what I'm doing. It is a small minority. And I don't know, and I've prayed for Robert. I do know that when we first, let me just give you some insight. So I know that when we first started this, Robert Fish was in financial troubles. He needed a roof and everything. Gimmick said that he was having problems with his pension. He got that solved and everything. But he was financially strapped. Okay, we tried to help him out a lot of times. Okay, he got into slot cars and everything. Then all of a sudden, it's like, what the heck? His family wasn't helping. His kids weren't helping. His kids were constantly getting money from him. What produced? See, that's the thing with communism and socialism. They take, and take. What do they ever? Hey, we need 56 thumbs up here. If I could get some thumbs up, that'd be great. Nobody ever wants to give you a thumbs up. What the heck? Why can't you give me a thumbs up? Now, You're probably saying, why are you doing this tonight, Brian? Why did you get it? I'm not the one that did it. Robert Fish sent me this. I got this on the Tinker fan page right here. Here it is right here. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the email. It's on the Pro Tinker fan page on Facebook. Okay. Price gouging is the term that refers to practices of increasing the price of goods, services, or commodities to a level that is higher than the considered reasonable or fair by some. So who are the some? Well, I'll tell you who the some is. Whenever it talks by the some, it's usually the collective. And that's whenever you talk about collectives, you're talking about the communist, the socialist, the quote, intellectuals that know what's best. Okay. But they themselves live in luxury, but the peasants live in poverty. Okay. That's what communism and socialism is. Now, is there greed in capitalism? Yes, there's greed in everything. If you don't think that there's greed in socialism and communism, you are sadly mistaken, because the greed in capitalism and socialism is even worse than socialism and communism is worse than in capitalism, because at least in capitalism, we all can get ahead. You know what? It's so funny. Canada in the 1930s and 40s, Canada really tried this quote socialism experiment. You know, they tried to have all these communes and we're all going to work together. We're all going to work together for and it was a failure. But there's still some of that socialism in Canada. Listen, I worked for a Canadian company for nearly 6 years. The Canadian dollars. And every time, here's one thing that I found interesting about Canada and the United States. So here you have Detroit, Michigan, right here in Michigan, right there. And right across the river was Windsor. And I always said to myself, why do nobody live in Windsor? Why is Windsor basically a vacant city compared to Detroit? And I finally figured out the reason. There's no freedom in Canada. You don't have the freedom like we do in America. What do you got? Tim Hortons? Oh, great. Let's go to Tim Hortons. That's your chain, huh? That's what you're going to bet on everything on? Now, am I going to go buy more of these cars? Yes. I'm going to buy as many as I can get my hands on. Okay. I'm going to buy as many as this is an I wheel. So I talked to Richard today. So I'm going to take a little spots off of my little rant against Robert Fish. And I'm going to do a little rant with Richard at Auto World. So I called Richard at Auto World. I said, what's going on with these I wheel cars at Love's? He said, well, okay, I'm going to tell you. We did it on purpose. We are trying new experiments. And we wanted to do the experiment about the 2 I wheels. So there's 2 I wheels in the Love's 10-pack of cars. They have the original I wheel, which is this. That's the original I wheel. I wheel tires and rims and chassis. That's the main variant. Very rare. I'll just say this is very rare. I'm going to call it very rare. This is their second variant, which is the I wheel, rims, and body. This is rare, not very rare, but rare. Okay. And then you have the regular cars in the assortment. Now, in the sets, there's the tanker. Right now, they were telling me that only the tanker is I wheel. And it's really not I wheel, it's chrome, but the wheels are white and white tires and white rims. Okay. And this is an experiment. They might be doing this from now on. They might be changing up the tires and the chassis on different variants to make them more unique, less rare. Okay, so that's that aspect. Okay, so you're saying to yourself, well, I still only have 28 people giving me thumbs up, and I have 56 people watching. Okay, so we need to get 56 thumbs up. Okay, Now, there are a lot of people. Robert Fish might be watching, but he might not be commenting. Okay. So he's probably not going to give me a thumbs up. He might be giving me a thumbs down. I don't know how many thumbs down I have. I am not, first of all, I don't want anybody to get mad at Robert Fish. Okay. Robert Fish lives in a country that is sapping every money out of them. And they're upset. They're upset because this car, okay, cost $39 US. It's probably 45 or 40, $50 Canadian. And that's why they're upset, is because their Canadian dollar has been so screwed over against the American dollar. And if you really stop and think about it, if Canada is right next to us, their Canadian dollar should be exactly at the same value that our American dollar. There is no reason why the Canadian dollar is not at the same price the American dollar. And the only reason it is because of socialism and what socialism has done to Canada. Listen, you just can't give people everything and expect your economy to grow, okay? And that's why Windsor has no people living in it, and Detroit. Now, Detroit doesn't have as many people anymore because they basically left the cities to the suburbs. But you literally have 2 or 3 million people that live in Detroit area, and you basically have nobody living in Windsor. Now, why is that? Why is that? Why does nobody live in Windsor? I'll tell you why. There's no reason to. There's no industry. There's nothing. Okay, because of socialism, because of and why we built factories in Canada, I don't know why we'd do that. So I wanted to comment about Robert Fish's email that he posted on ProTinkerToys group, and I do not want it deleted. I want everybody to see what he has posted. Okay, and I don't know why the last one was deleted. And I'm going to ask Adam and Ted why the last one was deleted, because it should have never been deleted. Okay. Never been deleted. Okay. Now, everybody is commenting about this video or thing that and I don't want people to be upset with Robert, because in a sense, it's not really Robert's fault. It is the country that he was raised in that literally has taken everything from him and given him nothing. That's really what it is. You know what? You people, Brian Robert may have deleted. I don't want it deleted. I don't want this deleted. This is going to stay there. And if somebody has to copy it and repost it later, then it can't be deleted. So you need to take this, like, let's see if I can copy this. All right, copy. And I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to go down here. Yes. This is true. There, I reposted his email and I said, yes, this is true. There. You know what? I've been dealing with this ever since I opened up Young's Newsstand. When I opened up Young's Newsstand, I started selling comic books and I was doing very good at it. And there were so many people that were upset with me. Oh, you're making a ton of money. You're making so much money. And then they started to open their own comic book stores. And as soon as they opened their comic book stores, they were offering 20, 30% off. And within 1 year, they were out of business because they don't know how to be in business. They literally don't know how to be in business. Okay. And a lot of people think they know how to be in a business. They think they know how to run a business. They have no clue. They have no clue. They sit on the sideline thinking they know how to run a business, but they have no clue how the business is run. I've done it six times. Okay. I know exactly how to run a business. I know exactly how to open a business. I can open a business with my eyes closed. Okay. And to a lot of people, I don't know, maybe they regret or are envy of what I've done. Okay. And I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not, you're probably saying, well, Brian, you just keep on talking. Yeah, because you guys want me to keep on talking. Does this upset me? No. By tomorrow, I will completely forget about this and I'll move on to something else. Okay. But people have to stick up for capitalism. Okay. Socialism never works. No matter where it's tried, no matter who's done it, it never works. Communism, same way. You cannot take from somebody that has and give it to somebody that has not, because sooner or later, the people that have do not have anymore. And therefore, you run out of other people's money. And that's what Margaret Thatcher said. And that is so true. They love to throw out this word fair share. They've got to pay their fair share. What about Nancy Pelosi that made millions of dollars on the stock market? Did she pay her fair share of taxes? No, they don't, because they take advantage of the same laws that they vote for. New Jersey only has one Loves and sells and sell no slot cars. Moral people, capitalism. Let's see, Jeff Hansel. Oh no, what is Jeff Hansel? He isn't upset. This is him, Jeffrey Hansel. I'll tell you right now, let me just make this very clear. And I know this is going to upset a lot of people. The only reason that we have a second year of love sets and love cars, okay, the only reason that these are in the love stores this year is because of moi, Brian Young. And you guys, because last year, all of you guys went out and they had a 99% sell-through rate of their love stores. For their semi sets. They had a 99% sell-through rate last year. And so, Bo, now I wouldn't say I'm 100%, but I would say I'm a good 50, 60% of the reason why Love's decided to get another set. Because you guys went out last year and sold out the set, okay? Plus, it's an awesome set, all right? I don't do that. I don't do this because I'm trying to be the dominating factor, okay? Number one, I do the videos because I know that that's exciting, that people love excitement. I was watching this clip, okay, of Milton Berle. I guess there's a new movie called 24 or Saturday Night Live. It's kind of crude. But anyways, and I don't know if it's actually what Milton Berle said, but Milton Berle was the king of television. He knew how to get the crowds, okay? And Jackie Gleason was another one. So people don't realize that, and Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, that they literally had, if any of the television shows would be that are on today, that would be that if they were on in the 1950s and 60s, they'd been canceled because nobody's watching them. They have such a pathetic share rating. Okay. I do everything that I do because number one, it excites people and they're excited about it. They get excited. Robert Fish was always excited when we first opened. He would send me an email every day. I would get a text message from him and I read them every day to him. I read them every day. Okay, I read his text messages. I had a stack that thick of his text messages. I don't know where they are. I think they're in the shed or in the bank. I don't need to do this tonight. I could just go in the house and kind of relax and have my dinner and everything. But you know what? This is more than me. It's my son's business. It's my business, our business. And people like right now, I have 63 people. Now, you might think that's just 63 people. Do you realize that last Thursday we had 119 people on my auction night, which I've never had over 100? Okay. We've had averaging now 70 people on my live streams during the day. Those are unheard of numbers. Well, let me just tell you this right now. If I hit 100 live on a live stream, if I have hit 200 or 500, for me to be able to read these comments, you're just going to be another name. Now, would I like to connect? Yes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Robert Fish is Robert Fish has now officially commented, "Hey, settle down, people. Oh, now he wants me to settle down. Chill, Brian. You're gonna pop a vein or something." What happened on racing? Well, we don't have Jeffrey Hansel coming anymore on race night. Plus, my kids were sick last Thursday, and that's why. So now all of a sudden, Robert Fish tells me to chill. Now, let me make this very clear, okay? That yes, now there's two possibilities, okay? Robert Fish sent this message because he knew that I would respond and he wanted to get me to respond, okay? Which is fine. I don't care. It's by within 2 hours, I'm going to be upstairs in my lounge room just relaxing, okay? Okay. And I hope you got your car back, Jeff. And I did not intend to lose that car, Jeff. I had talked to I had sent it to Jeff Hansel made a really cool car with a camper on the back. And so I took it to Ottawa when we went there back in 2022. And I told Craig, you should do this as a car. You know, I didn't know that Jeff wanted it back. And so I just said, here, you use this. And I thought they were going to send it to China and get samples made. It never happened. And so, that wasn't intentional, Jeff. So I want you to know that I know that you called Dan Ryan. And so anyways, I wanted to let you know that. So Robert Fish, well, I talk to about 1 million people a week. I have about 5,000 conversations. I don't even remember what I said yesterday. Okay, so if you said I said something, then I'm not gonna call you a liar, but I'm not gonna dig a ditch on it. Okay, so I guess what I want to say, Ryan is a saint. Well, thank you very much. All I'm saying is that. That's what I've said. Okay. Now, I don't want anybody to be upset with Robert Fish. Okay. This is just Robert Fish likes to do this. Okay. He likes to see if he can get an interaction, a reaction from me. I'm not giving really a reaction. I'm just commenting that there is what you call socialism and communism and capitalism. Okay. Capitalism is the only form of government that gives the greatest expansion to the public. Okay. Because if you have pure capitalism, pure capitalism was not, between 1870 and 1920, probably 1925. Just before the collapse. That is, if you really want to look at the really pure capitalism in the world, was probably 1890 to 1899. That was just pure capitalism. It just expanded. Everybody was prospering. Now, was everybody prospering equally? No, but you had the chance because every one of those barons, okay, John D. Rockefeller, he was a pauper when he grew up. His father was poor when he was growing up, had no money. Okay. Ford, same thing. They all had an idea. They had a free country in which to do that idea, and they created the greatest economy the world had ever seen. If you don't like that, that's not my problem. That's the facts. Okay. And I've told people the next 4 years are going to be the greatest 4 years America has seen since 1941, because I make this mention, okay, that in December 6th of 1941, one day before Pearl Harbor, America was last in everything: ships, men, guns, manufacturing. Oh yeah, we know how to make a car. We know how to do all that kind of stuff. But militarily, we were the least. We were the last in everything. And in less than 3 years, and you really could say 2 years, December 41 to December 42, 42 to 43, 43 to 44, 45, the war was over. In 3 years, America became the single greatest power the world had ever seen. We had more tanks, we had more airplanes, we had more ships, we had more of everything the world had ever seen. And what did we do after World War II? We all came back to America. And we had the 1950s, the greatest expansion in American history. And that was all done in 3 years. 3 years. And if Canada can get rid of Trudeau and get rid of Polyear, they could have a huge, but until they get rid of this global or this global warming crap and this carbon tax, they're never going to be prosperous. The Russians had more tanks. No, because we built the factories for the tanks there, Arbuckle. We're the ones that supplied them all the equipment, all the technology to build the factories, Arbuckle. We gave them all the tanks, all the trucks. So that's basically it. You know what? If you want to get one of these sets, you could buy one if you want one. Whenever I go to buy a set at a love store, I always leave 2 sets there, because now they're getting 4 sets. Some stores are getting 8, but I always leave 2 or 1. Okay. So all I can say is, if you're upset that I buy them, I don't care, because I am a true capitalist. Okay. And I want to buy this. I want to buy it low and sell it high. And that is capitalism. Okay. Buy it low and sell it high. I don't want to buy it high and sell it low, because that would be a socialist. Okay. All righty. Well, guys, this was just, I wanted to do this video. I got in this email. Everybody was sending me this email from Robert, and I had to comment about it so everybody understands where I come from on this. They didn't have that many their submarines were inefficient. Once we broke the Enigma code, they were useless. But all I'm saying is that in 3 years, people always tell me, oh, it's impossible. We can't do this or we can't do that. I don't want to hear it, because in 3 years, we became basically the loser in everything in the world, where we became the number 1 in everything. That's all there is to it. You can't deny that. Okay. So those are the facts. Okay. And so God bless America. Well, thank you very much, Billy McDaniels. Let's see. Robert Rodriguez, and you did not get banned. I did not get banned. Timothy Gizik. How are you doing? You're still the greatest slot car promoter. Robert Fish. Brian, how do you feel about the comments that I made? Well, I already commented, Robert Fish. I already commented. Okay. One of these days, you're gonna come to my side. You're gonna come to my side, Robert. God bless you, Tinker, and for all of your thoughts. All right, guys. I just wanted to do that video. We had over 58 people watching. If we get 58, Walter Cronkite designed. Let's see. Walter Cronkite designed the Russian tank because the U.S. didn't like Christie's design. I don't know if that's true. I did Robert after history. He almost lost a nut, Robert. God bless you, Tinker, and all your thoughts. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what it's like this. You can be passionate. You have to speak with passion. You have to be committed. I can get emotional as much as I can. Okay. That's just the way I am. I was never bullied. Okay. If somebody tried to bully me in school, it was about one time, and then they realized that maybe we shouldn't. I got beaten up 2 or 3 times, but the person that tried to beat me up or did beat me up, he was also beaten up. So basically, it's like, okay, do you really want to go into a fight? All right, fine. We'll go, but I'm just letting you. I kind of would warn them. I said, listen, you might be able to beat me up, but I'm going to at least get your nose bloody. You're going to at least feel me beating you up. And both times I actually had a fight. Okay. The guys kind of regretted it. They did, why would I do that? That was just not a smart idea. Okay. And I always thought, you got to stand up for yourself if you don't. And so, I understand Robert's, he doesn't have an access to these cars. Okay. He's in Canada. They don't have any loves. So he's saying, well, Brian's buying them up. No, I'm not. 4%, less than 4% of the stores that we went to. I went to 4 stores, less than 4% of the total number of stores that were getting sets. Okay. Now in Ohio, there's over 10 locations that had them. I went to 4 of the 10 locations. Okay. I did have a guy come in on Saturday, and I told him, I said, now he said he was going to go to Napoleon. I said, I bought him at Napoleon. I said, well, I was going to go to Indiana. I said, I went to Indiana. And I said, if you go in about a week, so I've told this to everybody. So if you're current, okay, I got to make this very clear. Number 1, go to the website, ProTinkerToys.com, go to the bottom, get the list of love stores. Print that list. That's every love store that's getting sets and a box of cars. That's number 1. Number 2, if you go to a love store that's on that list right now and they've sold out, they will be restocked by next Thursday. Now, they might get them this Thursday, but I kind of doubt it. I think it's every other Thursday they get restocked. Now, they might get a restock every day, or every week, but normally it's Thursday or Friday that their restock comes in, because when I went to all these stores, their inventory was still sitting out like it just been received. Okay. So you want to make sure that you do that. You go on a Thursday or Friday, because that's when they receive their inventory. Now you can call them. They're very nice. All the Love stores, you go, hey, did you get the Love's trucking set? Yes, we did. Can you hold me a couple? My name is Robert Fish, and they'll hold them for you. Okay. So I just wanted to make that known to you, so everybody has an idea. They have more sets that are coming to each of the store, and more of the cars. Okay. And just remember, they have 2 versions of the iWheel. They have the iWheel, which is an original iWheel, which has iWheel tires and rims. And then they have an iWheel that is an iWheel chassis, but not the tires. The rims are iWheel, or all white, but the tires are not white. Okay. It's a new variant that they're trying in their assortments. Did you send Tyco and Auto World cars to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil? There is nothing there. No, you can buy them from me though, and I'll ship them to you. 4 hours away, Rod Rodriguez. So this is exactly the point I'm making. So Rod Rodriguez lives in California. The closest Love store to him is 4 hours away. Now, if he's driving in California, gas is $5 a gallon. So if he puts in, a tank of gas, okay, he's going to be spending $50 to get there and back, okay? So the odds of him getting it, very slim. I have a mail strike in Canada. We have a mail strike in Canada. Of course you have a strike in Canada because they're socialists and they want more money out of you. Public servants should not be able to strike because they're basically striking for their own wage increase. I'm in Texas. 8 miles from me is a Love's. No cars or sets. Not on the list. 30 minutes away is one on the list. There you go. You got 30 minutes away. You should call them first. Say, hey, can you hold them? They will. Right around SoCal, my car gets 17 miles a gallon. Those new iWheels must be causing some price issues, Brian. Yes. So the iWheels, I'm selling them for $59.99, and I'm selling the real iWheel for $75. I'm going to be putting this for $75. Actually, I probably should put it up for like $400. I think Robert Fish would like a $400 price. No, I think I'm going to put this at 75. And then the regular ones are $59.99. And then the regular cars are just $39.99. Brian, I can get there fast. LOL. Was that a Firebird? No, that is a Toyota Supra. Snuggles, could you ask Richard what's up with the Nissan? Okay, so the Nissan was a mistake. It's not supposed to be on the back of this thing. The Nissan is not available. It is a mistake. It's a mistake on this. Okay, so that was a mistake. All right. So from that standpoint, you are the slot car king? Yes. Listen, I'm not the slot car king. I just want to make it exciting for everybody. Now, Jeff Hansel should come on race night and give us his opinion of the new inline chassis. That's what Jeff should do. I had Silent Mike come in and tell me about and he kind of liked it, but Jeff should come here on Thursday and bring some cookies from me, or maybe a fruit play. And and Jeff, bring his girlfriend with him because she likes me. Jeff's girlfriend likes me, and then he could do that too. Yes, you are. Are you going to charge more because of the mistake, Brian? Yes, I'm going to charge more for the mistake. So we're going to actually charge more. From now on, we're just going to charge more for everything that's a mistake. Just asking. Oh, I'm sure you are, Robert Fish. Yes, it should add $10. Yes, because Robert Fish would love it to be $10 more. All right, guys. I think I've had Brian. When I was working at Shoe Dazzle for a short time between help job, Canada was probably because the Canadian women ordered shoes. There was a tariff added to their shoes to ship to Canada. Brian, if you stop promoting slot cars, people may use their pew-pews. They're called nugs. We call guns nugs, N-U-G-S's. Brian, can I come if I bring a case of 12 Milka? Yes, you can. Yes. If you bring 12 Milka chocolate bars, yes, you can come. Patrick Williams, Brian, I appreciate you and your business of keeping slot cars alive. Good night, everyone. Good night, everybody. Time for dinner. All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for the live stream. We had a great response. 52 people, 39 thumbs up. It would really be nice if I had 39 thumbs up, but I didn't get 39 thumbs up, so I will accept for what I have. Everybody, thank you very much. God bless. Good night.